Mr. R Chandrasekaran, thank you so much for joining us.
To be here.
What does disruption mean to you?
Oh, it means everything. If I look at the way we live, the way we exist, the way we operate, I see disruption everywhere, right? And we couldn't have thought about the type of disruption that we see today, probably even last year. Right? Things are happening so fast. Today, they say the world's largest accommodation provider is not any of the hotel chains that we know of. It is actually Airbnb, right? The largest fleet owner is Uber, right? And if it continues this way, tomorrow we may see hospitals without doctors, right? We may see colleges without teachers, right? So it's all good thing, and I'm not saying that So I think fundamentally, everything that we know of, we are likely to witness a radical change, and we need to adapt ourselves. If we embrace technology, if we embrace these disruptions to our advantage, I think life is going to be a lot better, and we will be better served through these disruptions.
What are the kind of challenges that you face at a leadership level as far as disruption is concerned?
Any change is difficult, but one important aspect for any organization is you need to create the fabric in the organization that embraces change whenever it happens. It's not a one-time phenomenon. Change is something that's constant. I think in Cognizant, that's what we focus a lot more. It's not about embracing today's change. As an organization, are you agile? Are you flexible? Do you have the structure that is going to adapt itself to a changing environment? Those are the things that one needs to focus on. I think in Cognizant we have done that, and that's what has helped us to weave through some of these changes that we have seen in our own existence, whether it is the Y2K wave or the e-commerce wave, now the digital wave. We have been able to seize every opportunity that presents itself.
Any specific examples that you can give of this so-called change being embraced at Cognizant in context with disruption?
Specific change, it's about first and foremost, we need to understand the customer's business very well. Technology is an enabler for a business, right? So if you don't understand the customer's business, how much amount of effort you spend in understanding technology, you're not going to be delivering the desired results for the client. So understanding the customer's business and strategy is very important, and then overlay it with your own proactiveness in terms of betting on certain key technologies. When you take a bet, something may not come through, but many of the things that you're betting on will come through, and then combined with your domain skills, you'll be able to deliver what the customers want. So I think both are important. I would lay a lot more emphasis on understanding the business, and second is keep yourself up to date and proactively track technologies and make your investments and be ready when those technologies reach the maturity stage to deliver the value to the clients.
How has disruption perhaps had an impact on processes, on business models, and even on the kind of workforce that you have now?
The type of change that we are seeing, it is not just applying a technology front end to some of the legacy systems. That is not going to be completely fulfilling for any consumer or customer. So what we are talking about, digital revolution, is radically changing everything that we do. We need to think differently. We need to think like a millennial who is going to use your products or services. And so that's not just, if you have your legacy system and providing a jazzy front end, mobile front end, that's not going to get the desired service that the consumers are going to be demanding. For example, if I am buying something online, right, they should already have my profile, right, my interests. So if I am selecting a product, there should be a real-time analytics in the back end to present me with options, right? That's not going to come if you're just going to provide a mobile front end. So you need to think differently. Okay, once that order is placed, how are you going to execute that order and deliver to me, and keep me up? So today, if I place an order, I get an immediate confirmation of the order. What is this? Order tracking is so seamless, right? So all those things are important. That's not going to come by just providing a mobile front end, right? So fundamentally, you need to rethink your business processes and redefine and apply technology and make sure that it's completely different and disruptive.
Does technology drive digital, or does digital drive technology?
I think if I talk about digital as a business context, I think digital drives technology. Technology is an enabler.
Okay. Is it important to have a plan for a digital strategy, and is it possible to have one because the world is changing so fast?
Yeah, I think it is important. It is one's own survival. You need to have a digital strategy in place.
A plan for the digital strategy.
It comes, you cannot you cannot have a planning phase and an execution phase. As I said, things are changing so rapidly. You need to be at it right from the word go, right? So that's why today's context, we are not talking about a 6-month application development and deployment. It is all happening in real time. So you need to create an architecture which can sort of incrementally keep adding. So it's always live. It's like changing tires on a running car, right? So it's always live, but you keep enhancing newer features, and you don't bring the system down, right? So I think that's the type of agility that we want in IT solutions that we take to customers today.
What are 2 or 3 of the biggest disruptions that you are expecting in 2016?
No, I do expect a significant change in the way, from a global perspective. I think you will see a lot more, digital business. It's not. I think the threat from the digital organization, right, is so real. I think everybody is going to wake up to that reality and accelerate the transformation even faster than what they thought in 2015. So the acceleration to digital platform is going to be significantly faster. That's number one change. Second is, you will see a lot more newer companies coming into the fore, right? That's going to challenge the traditional business. So that's why it is important, even from an India ecosystem point of view, that we need to be a lot more innovative. And we have the capability. We have already demonstrated that ability to the world. I think a lot more will emerge from India in terms of innovation. I think third disruption that we see, which is a lot more beneficial, is citizen empowerment. The government has been talking about Digital India, Make in India. I think the underlying factor for all these things to become a reality is actually digital. So digital is not going to be for a privileged few. I think digital is something that's everybody is going to benefit. I think that's going to empower the citizens, which is going to be good for India. And that's going to be good for the IT industry, because that's what we want. We want to take the state-of-the-art solutions to the common man so that everybody benefits in the process.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you. Very nice talking to you.